Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com. Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window where once again we saw a below normal day as far as temperatures go. Highs around north central Washington, mainly in the upper 20s today as we look from our Badger Mountain Sky-Fi camera. And what a beautiful shot that is, looking at the sun still late this afternoon. And as I mentioned, cool temperatures, and we are expecting some changes by the weekend. For one thing, we will see a weak storm system move through, and that will increase our chances for some snow. That's right, snow. Friday afternoon, Friday night, and into Saturday. Luckily for us, the areas in blue are most likely to receive snowfall, so that's to the west of Wenatchee and over into the panhandle of Idaho, western Montana. So we will see some wet stuff. It could be in the form of rain mixed with snow, and it could be all rain at times. And we'll have your complete weekend weather forecast coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. Plans continue to move forward to possibly regionalize water and sewer services for communities in the upper Wenatchee Valley. And the Chelan Douglas Land Trust is hosting their Wild Ideas event at Pybus Market coming up tomorrow. But first, we begin tonight. Chelan County fire crews responded to a brush fire this afternoon along the Malaga-Alcoa Highway near Malaga. The 1-acre blaze was reported just before 2 p.m. and was burning near milepost 7 along the roadway in brush and grass. The fire was just south of the town of Malaga and north of the Alcoa Wenatchee Works plant. We'll have more details as they become available. Chelan City Council commissioners unanimously voted in a 6-month moratorium on Bitcoin mining after a presentation from the Chelan County PUD on February 13th. Mayor Mike Cooney says the city saw cryptocurrency mining as a misuse of power.
We basically don't want them coming to Chelan. It's not the type of industry we're looking for. We don't feel that it adds to the best interests of Chelan. A really clear-cut example was they showed somebody with a rather small operation using the same amount of wattage that Pybus Market and the proposed hotel has. So that made a big impression. So we just feel like it's a misuse of power. There's a lot that has gone into creating that power, just the whole conversation of dams on river, and we're all for the hydroelectric power and all that, but we want to make sure that the next person down the line that does bring a business can have power, and the next people that come and build a home in Chelan, they'll have power. So I thought it was a great move.
Cooney said the city is working with the PUD to identify any Bitcoin mining operating in non-conforming zones such as a residential garage. The council will continue to work on the issue as the moratorium prevents legal operations within city limits. The city of Wenatchee will also take up the issue of Bitcoin mining tonight at their regularly scheduled council meeting. Well, it's a work in progress, but plans continue to move forward to possibly regionalize water and sewer services for communities in the upper Wenatchee Valley. NCW Life's Steve Hare has been following that story.
The PUD owns and operates water treatment plants in the Peshastin and Dryden areas, but the PUD has struggled to collect sufficient revenue to cover the expenses due to the relatively low number of customers served in those rural areas. Transferring the system's ownership to a regional authority to include the communities of Leavenworth and Cashmere and Monitor could be more cost-effective, according to Leavenworth City Administrator Joel Walensky.
We've got these huge plants, sewer plants, that are coming online, or at least expensive plants coming online, and none of those agencies have a lot of customers to support that development or those capital projects. And so the idea is there a better way to do that going into the future? So those capital projects that are underway, they're underway at this point in time. But 20 years from now, we know that sewer plants will need to be upgraded again. And so is there a better way to organize, whether that's a regional sewer agency or we fold City of Cashmere and City of Leavenworth? Are they, at least their sewer operations or water operations, come under the PUD as a regional provider?
Walensky presented the Chelan County Commissioners with an update this week on the study, which was funded through Chelan County PUD's Public Power Benefit Program, said the timing of the study allows stakeholders to consider all the options.
It's not for 2 or 3 years from now. It's more about, okay, what do we want this Upper Valley to look like and how it operates in the year 2040 when these new sewer and water plants have to come online again.
Now, regionalizing the water and sewer systems was one of 5 options identified by a focus group chartered by the PUD to consider the district's future role in providing those services. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
The Chelan Douglas Land Trust is hosting their Wild Ideas event at Pybus Market tomorrow. NCW Life's Megan McPherson reports.
Hey, we're here with Hillary Clark with the Chelan Douglas Land Trust, and we're going to be talking about the Wild Ideas event happening at Pybus this Friday. Hillary, can you tell us more?
Sure. So yeah, it's a fun social event. It's free, it's open to anyone, and it just is sort of an excuse to get down and come to Pybus and learn a little bit about the Land Trust. We're going to have free finger foods and non-alcoholic drinks, and then also beer and wine available for purchase. And the beer is provided by Wenatchee Valley Brewing, which is just right across Pybus. And there's, plenty of time to socialize, meet other people that really enjoy getting outside and learning about the natural world. And then we're going to have short presentations. It's going to be super fun topics, 5-minute presentations from 3 different people about things that have to do with sharing our land with wildlife. So we're going to have a talk about snakes and what kind of snakes you might see on the trail and what they're doing in the winter. And then a presentation about sage grouse and how we and partners are helping to protect the sage grouse in the area. And then another one about trail design and how we decide where to put a trail based on what humans want and what wildlife wants. And then after that, our executive director, Kurt, is going to bring it all together and sort of talk about land trust projects that we have done last year and this coming year. And it should be really exciting. And it's, even if you're not a member, if you're a longtime member, you should be able to learn something no matter how much familiarity you have with us. So.
All right. Well, sounds like a fun event.
Yeah.
Thank you. Megan McPherson, NCW Life News.
Thank you, Megan. That event is happening from 5:30 to 7 o'clock at Pybus Market. Well, revenue for the next 2 budget cycles will bring in more than $1.2 billion than previously forecast for the next 2 budget cycles. That's the latest prediction by the Washington State Economic and Revenue Forecast Council. The revenue forecast has been increased by $647 million for the 2017 through 2019 budget cycle and by $671 million for the 2019 through 2021 budget cycle. There's also an anticipated $200+ million in reduced caseload costs for entitlement programs. Wenatchee Representative Carrie Condata said some of that good news should be extended to the taxpayers of Washington State in the form of property tax relief.
I'm really interested to see how much tax increase they really put into the budgets. I think we've scared them off the last week or 2. I think that forecast with more money really threw them a curve. And I really would be surprised if they build in too much on extra taxes. But we'll see. The rubber hits the road now. We're 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks out of the end of this thing. And all that information is going to hit the ground.
Condata reported yesterday in a Facebook post that property tax relief bills are now included in both the House and Senate versions of the supplemental budget. The legislature is scheduled to adjourn the 60-day session on March 8th. Coming up next, last night, the Moses Lake Police Department held the first of what they hope will be a series of neighborhood meetings. And the Wenatchee Police Department welcomes new additions to the police force. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old, fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Hi there, my name is Patrick and I'm the branch manager here at New American Funding. Applying for a home loan is an exciting time. You may have a lot of questions about how to meet your home loan goals, the loan process, or your borrowing options. We're here to help. We do things differently here at New American Funding. Not only do we have an array of loan products and a team of specialists to support you, but we get to know you personally. We want to earn your trust and business for life. So stop by our Wenatchee or Chelan office or give us a call today.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Welcome back. In another news, last night, the Moses Lake Police Department held the first of what they hope will be a series of neighborhood meetings to provide information on services and hear community concerns. Moses Lake Police Chief Kevin Fuhr says the neighborhood meetings serve many purposes.
Starting these because we want to find out what's going on in our community and ways that we can help our citizens and the citizens can help us. And, you know, it's a way for us to connect with our citizenry, the people that we serve. And I like doing these smaller venue meetings because it gives us more one-on-one personal time with these folks as opposed to large meetings where, you know, we may have several hundred people at. And so last night's meeting was great. We had about 70 people attend. We gave a short PowerPoint presentation about the department and then a presentation about what services and programs the department offers for our citizens. And so we went through everything from, you know, drug turn-in box so people can turn in their prescription drugs to our Citizens Academy to being a reserve officer and other volunteer programs through the department. And the reason is because I think a lot of people don't realize or know what programs and services we offer. And so this was a way to put that information out there, get people informed, and give them the opportunity to help us out.
Chief Fuhr says he's hoping to have one meeting a month working with area churches to reach different neighborhoods. For more information on neighborhood meetings, contact the Moses Lake Police Department at 509-764-3887. Well, let's welcome the most recent additions to our Wenatchee Police Department. Officer Donald Graves and Eric Magnuson were sworn in last week by Wenatchee Police Chief Steve Crown. The ceremony took place at Wenatchee City Hall Council Chambers in the company of family, friends, and co-workers. Also in attendance was Mayor Frank Kuntz, who added his congratulations and words of encouragement. Congratulations, Officer Magnuson and Officer Graves. Well, there's a lot happening around the Wenatchee Valley for you to enjoy this weekend. NCW Life's Megan McPherson gives us the rundown.
Here's a look at what's on tap this weekend around the Wenatchee Valley. Get your girlfriends together and come spend the day at Mission Ridge Friday, February 23. Women's Escape is a program designed to give you a great excuse to come ski or ride with like-minded individuals. There will be coaches available to give you any advice or guidance to help you enjoy your day. Register online at missionridge.com. The Chelan Douglas Land Trust is having a short, free, fun event at Pybus on February 23 from 5:30 to 7. There will be finger foods and non-alcoholic drinks, beer and wine for purchase, and short presentations on how we share our land with wildlife covering trail design, snakes, and sage grouse. It's a great way to learn about the Land Trust and some of the exciting projects they have coming up this year. Happening Saturday the 24th is the Rock and Roll for Kids at Eastmont Lanes, the annual Bowl-a-thon fundraiser that enables court-appointed special advocates for children to continue to serve abused and/or neglected children in the Wenatchee Valley. All who participate collect donations leading up to the day of the event. On the day of, each team turns in all donations collected and gets to bowl for 1 hour. Door prizes are handed out throughout the day, and the top 10 earners receive a prize. For more information, head to cdcasa.org. Also happening Saturday at Pybus Market is the Wenatchee Heartbreaker 5K. Run Wenatchee, Confluence Health, and Wenatchee Valley Medical Group are putting on this fun run during Heart Month to raise awareness about heart disease and about ways to commit to a healthy lifestyle. Head online to register. Local history comes alive at the Wenatchee Valley Museum and Cultural Center Saturday and Sunday with the annual People of Our Past program. 5 actors will portray real characters whose lives contributed to the development of the Wenatchee Valley. Saturday includes historically themed food, wine, and live music. Be sure to get your tickets at WenatcheeValleyMuseum.org. Saturday night, the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra will present Water Music, an evening examining 4 composers who were inspired by water. It's all happening at 7 p.m. at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. And finally, master violinist Jamie George will be sharing his healing music concert in Moses Lake on Sunday, February 25. The concert is free, and an offering will be received to help fund the Moses Lake Church Building Project. It's happening at the Big Bend Community College Performing Arts Center at 3:30 p.m. For more information and other community events, visit ncwlife.com.
You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with a voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life Channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
And a happy Thursday. Well, remember how we mentioned yesterday the Wenatchee Wild have been in 10 overtime games so far this season, and 2 of those have been against West Kelowna? Well, such was the case again last night. To the Royal LePage place we go for the first of 3 games for the Wenatchee Wild to finish up the road regular season. We'll jump right to the third period, and things didn't look good for the Wild as they trailed the home team 4-2 heading into the final frame. But that's when things got heated up for Wenatchee and Wild down the stretch. Art Checker had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network video courtesy of Hockey TV.
Sharply over for Sasaki. He stick handles, waits, he scores! Over the right leg pad, under the blocker, and inside the pipe on the far side. Chad Sasaki, power play goal, and the Wild closed the gap to 1. Dished ahead and broken up by Modry and chipped ahead on the near side. And here's Souter. He shoots, he scores! A shorthanded goal from Lucas Souter. And Dorsey's going to get the assist on it. It's back across Zach, dead straight away. Slings it over Morton. He shoots and he scores! Morton rifles it upstairs, popped the water bottle. A power play goal, and the Wild now lead it 5-4. Works it into the corner. Shot, stop made. Puck loose, kicks over to Demon. Demon from the circle in front to Vanderbeck, and he scores! A.J. Vanderbeck from the high slot. Slava Demon fed him from the top of the far circle, and Vanderbeck went low glove side. Amundrud was a little deep in his crease, and as Vanderbeck rips that one home, the Wild now lead it by 2. Mishandle it for a moment, recovers, sends it over on the right side. There's a shot tipped in front, backhander, loose puck, score. Galambos and then over for Dorsey. Back across, it's picked off by Ryan. Ryan over to the right, he's in, he shoots and he scores! And Murphy's just going to press it up against the back wall and settle for the extra session, which guarantees the Warriors a point. And that locks them into the 5th seed. Stratton enters his zone. He's got Galambos driving to the net. He waits. Instead, he'll drop it off for a cycling Galambos. Back down low. Dorsey in. He shoots. He scores. Matt Dorsey. What a gorgeous finish for Matt Dorsey as he picked up the puck and then curled it over to his forehand, tucked it in behind Dollywall. And the Wild pull out the 7-6 overtime win.
So Matt Dorsey, the hero last night, 3:49 into overtime with a goal to secure the victory for the Wild and a virtual tie for second in the BCHL's interior division with Vernon. Incredibly, with 2 games left, Wenatchee still has a chance to move up the ladder as far as playoff seeding is concerned. Here's head coach and GM Bliss Littler on a preview of tonight's Call of the Wild with Art Checker.
And you told me we're going into game 58 and still had a chance at winning the league with a team that only returned 6 players. I think we would have said, yeah, we'll take that. Now, obviously, Penticton does play on Sunday, but let's take it one game at a time here. Let's see what happens. If we can collect max points on Wednesday, I can't wait for that battle to go into Vernon and have second place on the line. I think that would be awesome.
So Wenatchee at Vernon on Friday and then at Penticton on Saturday. Back to what's coming up tonight on the NCW Life Channel. It's hockey night here. We'll start it off at 7 o'clock with a Call to the Wild, and then it will be Trail and Wenatchee from last Friday. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. In our features story tonight, Chelan County Fire District 1 has added an exciting new piece of training equipment at its station in North Wenatchee. NCW Life's Jay Seebeck has more.
I'm here in the north end of Wenatchee at the Chelan County Fire District Station on Easy Street. Right behind me, they're about to be lifting Chelan County Rotor 1 up on top of the building behind me. It will then be used as a training system for hoisting material during wildfire fighting. I spoke with Rick Isaacson more about the details of the project.
Well, we started this program with the hope that we could put together training for search and rescue. We don't have search and rescue element over here in the form of a helicopter. We always have to call for one from Snohomish County or the military to come over. And so this helicopter was available. We've had it for some time. So some of us got together and we put some work into it to first we stripped out what was not needed on the inside to lighten the load, and took the tail off of it, took the blades off of it. Then we cleaned it all up, painted the inside of it, and put a mat in there. Then we got together Gary Shales, one of our pilots, and Tim Holliday, one of my volunteers, and myself. We got it into a paint booth and painted it. And Chief wanted it painted the exact same colors as Rotor 1, our regular fire helicopter. So we got that done and finished that process and did all the little trim work and little stuff and got it ready. Then I had to coordinate trying to get the helicopter moved from the hangar down at Malaga up to here, and that was a process in itself. We got Randy's Towing generously offered to help us, and they built a platform for the back of their tow truck, and we first moved it over to the paint booth and back again, and then today we left there and loaded it up and brought it in here, coordinated with Columbia Crane. They're the ones that came down for hoisting it, and we put it all together to put it up there on top of that tower.
Definitely something to be looking at when you're coming up from East Wenatchee off Sunset Highway or traveling on Easy Street down back into Wenatchee. With NCW Life News, I'm Jay Seebeck. Back to you, Grant.
Thanks a lot, Jay. We'll be back in just a moment with the recap of some of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
ReadyMedi is healthcare made simple and affordable. We are the only direct primary care practice that provides personalized and holistic health care in North Central Washington. Our wellness model not only helps prevent heart attacks and strokes, but we also optimize hormones. Affordability is our goal. For example, hip surgery locally is $45,000, whereas our members have the same access for $15,000. ReadyMedi, healthcare made simple and affordable.
Time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to that, let's take another peek outside our weather window where today, once again, we saw below normal temperatures. Keep in mind, normally right now we're at about 43, 44 degrees. Today, 28 degrees as we look once again at our beautiful Badger Mountain camera as the sun begins to set in the Wenatchee Valley. But cold weather continued today as a weak area of low pressure remained focused over the inland northwest. As that low continued to sag southeast throughout the day, it will eventually pull drier air in from the northwest. As the drier air moves into our region, we are looking for another chilly night with clearing skies and light winds expected almost across the entire forecast area. And then by Friday, to end our work week, the clearing will be short-lived as yet another weak weather system sweeps in. We have a 30% chance of snow on Friday and a 40% chance Friday night. A progressive weather pattern will continue on Saturday with about a 40% chance of snow throughout the day, maybe a little rain mixed in as well. A warmer flow of air also inundates north central Washington this weekend with high temperatures on Saturday jumping up into the mid-40s. Sunday we'll see a 50% chance of mainly rain showers with those warmer temperatures. Highs will remain in the mid-40s on Sunday. Mostly sunny skies are on tap for most of next week, with afternoon high temperatures right where they should be for this time of year at around 44 degrees. Here's a look at your forecasts now. And tonight, as I mentioned, get ready for another cold one. 15 overnight tonight, increasing clouds for your Friday. And then Friday afternoon, about a 30% chance of light snow showers. 35 your afternoon high tomorrow. And for our weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we will see at least cloudy skies Saturday, turning mostly sunny late in the day on Saturday. Not bad either at 44 degrees. Kind of rainy and maybe some snow mix on Sunday and 45, 43 on Monday and Tuesday. We will see lots of sun, by the way, on Tuesday and Wednesdays, and we'll warm back up by the middle of next week with mostly sunny skies and 45 degrees. And before we leave you tonight, I do want to remind you that if you have a video of the day you'd like to see right here on the NCW Life News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Yes, we are live from Studio 2. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday today in history and birthdays. Tom Potter joins me in studio. How are you? And Rod Cool is my guest today. The expert is Bonnie Orr. We're broadcasting live from Studio 4, from Studio 2, Studio 7 here in downtown Wenatchee. Time for the obscure holiday of the day. Your dog to work day. Beautician's Day. It's National Selfie Day, and in honor of National Selfie Day, I'm going to take a picture of myself.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%? Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99. It's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works. YourWorkoutRx.com.
Get the fastest internet available in North Central Washington by switching to LocalTel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today or go online to localtel.net.